In this podcast episode, Bessel van der Kolk, a renowned psychiatrist and trauma expert, delves into the multifaceted nature of trauma and its profound impact on individuals. He emphasizes the importance of understanding how trauma affects the body and how it can manifest in physical reactions. Van der Kolk introduces the idea that trauma is not just about the event itself, but also about how the body reacts to it and how it changes the way individuals perceive themselves and the world around them. Van der Kolk begins by distinguishing between stress and trauma. While stress is a normal part of human experience, trauma is an assault on one's being that fundamentally alters how they feel and experience the world. Trauma can leave individuals feeling stuck and frozen in a particular emotional state, robbing them of the feeling of being in charge of themselves. He highlights the role of the body in keeping the score of trauma, explaining how the body registers and reacts to traumatic events. Understanding bodily signals is crucial, as they can indicate underlying trauma that may not be consciously recognized. The conversation shifts to the traditional paradigm of thinking about trauma, which often overlooks the embodied experience of individuals. Van der Kolk suggests that traditional medicine and psychology have been disembodied professions, focusing more on defining and treating symptoms rather than understanding the holistic impact of trauma on the body and mind. He explores the link between trauma and chronic stress, noting that while chronic stress can be manageable and even enjoyable in some cases, trauma leaves individuals feeling permanently changed and stuck in a state of fear, anger, or other intense emotions. Van der Kolk also touches on the role of social connections in trauma, highlighting how disruptions in social support can exacerbate the impact of traumatic events. Trauma can lead to a breakdown in trust and connection with others, making it difficult for individuals to feel safe and supported in their relationships. He emphasizes the importance of self-regulation and self-compassion as tools for coping with trauma. Teaching self-regulation skills to children from a young age and fostering self-compassion and self-awareness are key components of healing from trauma. Shame and minimization often accompany traumatic experiences, with individuals downplaying their trauma or feeling ashamed of their reactions to it. Van der Kolk suggests that self-compassion comes from being seen and met with kindness, and that individuals who have experienced abuse or neglect may struggle to feel compassion for themselves. He discusses the concept of being triggered by seemingly small events and the importance of understanding and integrating the emotions that arise in response to trauma. There is a tension between wanting to feel in control of one's life and acknowledging the role of the limbic system in emotional reactions. Van der Kolk explores the idea of learned trauma sensitivity, where individuals who have experienced trauma may be more sensitive to future traumas. Self-awareness and self-compassion can help individuals navigate these sensitivities and break free from the cycle of trauma. He delves into how trauma can manifest as various illnesses, such as fibromyalgia and autoimmune diseases, and highlights the impact of chronic stress and inflammation on the mind and body. Inducing a sense of total safety in individuals who have experienced trauma is crucial, as the loss of safety and internal integrity is a common consequence of traumatic experiences. The role of therapy in healing trauma is another significant topic discussed. Van der Kolk emphasizes the importance of feeling safe, exploring emotions, and understanding the underlying stories and patterns that contribute to one's responses. Having a supportive therapist who encourages curiosity and self-exploration is vital, as well as the value of relationships in the healing process. He acknowledges the skepticism surrounding therapy and therapy culture, noting that therapy can be both beneficial and detrimental depending on how it is practiced. Therapists should continually evaluate their methods and consider multiple options for treatment based on individual circumstances. The podcast also touches on the future of trauma research, with Van der Kolk expressing excitement about the potential of psychedelics in treating mental health issues. He cautions against the potential for misuse and commercialization of psychedelics, emphasizing the need for responsible and contextualized treatment approaches. Towards the end of the podcast, Van der Kolk discusses his upcoming book, Come to Your Senses, which focuses on introspective and body self-awareness. The book explores how individuals can become more aware of themselves and change their relationship to themselves through increased self-awareness.